Hey, feminine. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. All right, let us see. From the rip, someone that you have a past life soul contract with. Could it have transferred over into this life? What is going on? What is going down? All right. What are the messages for feminine? What do they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. All right. We have cuffing season. All right. 'Tis getting cold outside. You know what that means. People want to be warm, honey. All right. It says temporary relationship, seasonal companionship, short-term warmth until spring. All right, we have crossroads. Could be at a decision-making point in life. All right, when it comes to a connection, we have clickbait. Not everything is as it appears to be. Somebody may say one thing, do something else. Okay. It says misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. Okay. It's like the moon. We have unbreakable, but nothing breaks you though. Okay, you're a tough cookie is how I'm taking this. You've gone through hardships, okay, and you've gotten through the things that you've gone through no matter what, okay. You face a lot of adversity, but you've got through everything. All right, it says inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity, nothing can break me, right? You're a hopeless romantic. You will be until your last breath, it seems. You're like, I'm going to believe in love until I can't believe in love no more, you know. All right, messages for feminine. We have commitment issues. All right, so whoever this person is that's coming up in your energy, they have commitment issues. They're here 1 minute, gone the next. This could be someone that is here for months at a time, then gone for months at a time, here for months at a time, then gone for months at a time, okay? So as soon as it get warm outside, they start cutting up. You say, yeah, this person has commitment issues. They are all over the place, afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated. It's not complicated. Okay, one of you just is ready for something real and the other one is ready for something in the moment for the time being, you know, that kind of thing. So I feel like you're shifting your attention and focus. We have hustle mode, okay, putting it where you feel it should be. It's like, let me put it back onto me. Let me put it into my grind. Let me get right, you know. All right, let's see messages here for feminine. Thank you, Spirit. We have soul contracts. Yeah, but this is someone you have a soul contract with. That's why they keep coming in and out. All right, I feel like that's why you keep letting them, all right, up until this point, of course, because it feels like you're about to just change that. Yeah, your status is upgrading here, all right? So because you're about to experience this status upgrade in life, it's like, yeah, later for that. Yeah, you're focused on hustle mode, payday, grinding. You know, that's the energy that's coming out here. It says fated connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements, destined to meet. So you were always destined to meet this person, regardless of whatever happened with the situation. Whatever didn't happen with the situation. It's like you're reinforcing healthier boundaries, okay? Speak up. Yeah, it's very attractive, okay? You speak up for yourself. You let it be known what you're thinking, what it is that you want, what you don't want, okay? It says expressing needs, defending yourself, courage to confront. Your voice matters. You know that your voice, your feelings, your opinion, all that matters. And if someone doesn't think so, it's clearly not the one for you, all right? Because you provide a safe space and you feel like the same thing should be provided in return, and you're correct, all right? So this crossroad that you're at, is it really a crossroad? For some of you with that soul contract, the crossroad, like if this were to be tarot, right? Soul contract makes me feel like judgment card, okay? Or wheel of fortune. Crossroad makes me feel like two of wands or the lovers, okay? Having a decision to make and choose. This could be sacred connection, sacred partner, or, you know, someone that maybe you thought was that, but they're not. You still had a soul contract nevertheless, but it's been fulfilled. You learned what you needed to, etc. Let's just see which direction it goes. Okay, because twin flame relationships do teach lessons. Okay, do bring awakening. We have retirement goals. Yeah, I mean, you've gone through this glow up, feminine. That's what you're having right now. Glow up after glow up after glow up. It just keeps happening. And I feel like the reason for that is because you've put your focus where it needs to be. Okay, you're not chasing anything. or anyone, so you can attract effortlessly. You understand? But it says long-term stability, future planning, relaxation, earned, living the dream. All right, so someone may be looking in and saying that to themselves, like, oh, this feminine is living the dream. Okay. This could be because you used your voice. Okay, or you use your voice. Glow up. Self-improvement, finding your confidence, personal transformation, better than ever. You're better than ever. All right, so again, you deserve what you are able to give to another person. It's how you're looking at it. You're planning for the future. If this is not someone that you can see yourself retiring with and things like that, you're like, well, maybe this is not that then. Okay. Again, you want something real. All right. They were treating it as, look, sneaky link. Okay. Something that's low down right now, you know, for the moment. We can cuddle on the couch. We can cuddle in the car. Shh, don't tell nobody, you know. It says hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy. Nobody needs to know. A lot of the time when you have private relationships, it is very, very exciting because it's like it's only between you and me. Nobody knows. This is perfect. You know, nobody can put their nose in the middle of what we have going on and cause any extra mess, etc., etc., etc. However, depending on why a person is doing this is where the issue comes in at, right? Like if it's sneaky, like, oh, I'm sneaking because I don't want this person or that person to know or whatever, right? That's a whole different story. I feel like that's what, you know, Spirit is talking about. Wake up call. Yeah, like you're realizing that somebody was always going to treat this a certain type of way. They were never going to be on the same page as you when it comes to what you wanted from it, what you may have saw it being, you know. So yeah, friend zone. It says spiritual awakening, sudden clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore anymore. So now that you see that, you're like, okay, well, we do clearly have some soul to soul connection, so we can remain friends, right? But I feel like this person may not like that. They may not agree with that. Okay. Because it says platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings. They may feel like, okay, so you don't feel the things that you said you do, and that's not true. It's just that if there is a soul connection, if there is a soul, you know, tie or what have you, but it's not meant to be anything more, but you're not comfortable with this, that's just what you're comfortable with. And if they can't do that, then you know, so that could be where you're speaking up at. Okay. Yeah, energy vamp. Like, I have to protect my energy. This is a draining connection. So you're trusting the signs that you're getting from the universe that this is just not it. All right. So, you know, even when it comes to friends, I don't know if that's even it. Okay. You may try to cut them off and they may say that to you. Like, well, we could still be friends, right? And maybe that's the trap aspect of it. So just take it however it resonates. Okay. But it says draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. So I guess not with the friend thing, you know, because if you say, yeah, we could be friends, they're never going to be satisfied with that. They're always going to try to do the cuffing season, sneaky link type energy. And it's like, what are you doing? You know? So trust the signs. Yeah, they could admire you all they want to admire you, love you all they want to love you. You know, but you learned your lesson. All right, it says DM slide 1111. Then we have toxic love. So they could have been used to toxic connections, and that's the pattern that they display to you, a very toxic pattern. All right, and you're like, you're not about to be doing this with this person, because it can become a very harmful situation if you allow it. So you're like, no, I provided a safe space, and they provided me with toxicity. I'm okay, but the person is going to continue to hit you up, flirt with you, send you DMs, things like that to test the waters, kind of see if you'll take the bait, you know, that kind of thing. All right. So I'm getting love notes, love messages, things like that. Okay. Little emojis, not really saying or doing too much. Because remember, this is someone that has commitment issues, that has a lot of different things going on. All right. But it says wisdom gained, completing cycles, growth through experience. I'm wiser now. Paying attention to guidance, universe speaking clearly, following intuition, message received. All right, so you got it loud and clear. What's back here? Breaking cycles. There you go. Ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. Okay, so this could be something that's been going on in your family or in your bloodline as well. Okay, for quite some time with breaking cycles. You know, there's a lot going on. It's like, yeah, you have that soul contract with that person, but if you were to get distracted by that, then whatever contract you have, you know, for yourself, your life purpose and things, could go left, you know? So it's like you have to pick and choose what you're willing to do. And this situation is not worth it. Okay, yeah, so it's time to bounce back. You're very resilient. May have experienced some setbacks, but it was temporary. Okay, recovering quickly, determination to rise again, can't keep me down. That sounds like this: nothing can break me, can't keep me down. You're unbreakable and your bounce back game is impeccable. All right, so let's see. Thank you, Spirit. We have Empress and Hermit. The Empress, you went within to focus on what needed to be healed, whatever work needed to be done, etc. All right, your mind has expanded, but I also feel like you have helped this person expand their mind. They've had an experience where they're getting a wake-up call themselves. All right, that, hey, maybe I am this energy vamp. You know, I need to do better. All right, that kind of thing. So let us see. All right. I feel like you speaking up, it may have attracted someone more, whether you realize it or not. But they're definitely trying to bait you and grab your attention here. All right, we have the Lovers and Death. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The Lovers and Death. Divine sacred connection. Okay? Death card. So this is something that may be ending here, that may be over because you're going through transformation within self, and this person still has not. Okay, we have Seven of Pentacles. You feel like you've invested, you've been waiting, and that's all it is. Investing and waiting, investing and waiting, investing and waiting. You're like, I could be investing into something else and then experience an amazing retirement. You get what I'm saying? Like, put the energy into something else. Because here you're just taking the energy, draining it, instead of me putting it into something where I'll see it come back and be returned. Yeah, Star card. This is why you're being protected from this person, this situation. They're still in their sneaky energy, sneaky ways. They're not ready to wake up. All right. They're still very much so asleep. Still very much so in the dark. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is communication. All right, so they're doing something to try to grab your attention. It's like you're progressing, you're moving forward, and you block this person out, or that's how they feel. For some of you, the person is not blocked. You're just not responding. You're not dealing with, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. You're not interacting with. You're not spending time with. So it's like the motorcycle is you moving on. The wands are them trying to grab your attention. Message after message, thing after thing, statement after statement, whatever it is, post after post, you know, because you blocked them out from this potential Ten of Cups. But the Ten of Cups is not what they wanted with you. Six of Wands, that's what has come to your awareness. That's what you see, that this Emperor didn't want what you want. Okay, so that's the wake-up call aspect of things. Okay, let us see here. We have Justice. All right, yeah, so it's like justice will be served. It's being served right now as we speak, as we read. This person is waking up to, you know, this deep love that they have for you, but it's like, is it too late? Because now they're trying to manifest you, but you're in this Queen of Swords, matter of fact, no nonsense type energy. You know, again, unbreakable, I'm speaking up. You didn't treat me right, this wasn't right, etc. You know, you're not standing for nothing. Like, you're not standing for nothing. Like, anything that they come to you and try to bring you, you're like, nope, nope, you're not going for any of that stuff. You know, that's what I mean by that. We have the Three of Swords because it can have so many meanings. Like, yeah, obviously you stand for a lot, right? So you don't fall for anything that they're bringing you. But what I mean is, they're like, oh, you know, I'm going to get your attention this way. I'm going to get your attention that way. None of that is working. You're not standing for the BS anymore. So we have the Two of Cups and we have the Three of Swords. Again, even though this is a sacred connection, even though this is like soulmate energy, there was a lot of pain that was caused. The Three of Swords is heartache, disappointment, grief. Could have been a third party, especially coming out next to that Justice card, you know, but you can't force a person to do anything. And then when you're in your divine feminine energy, you're in the energy of flow. So forcing something takes you out of that, right? But I feel like this person is experiencing heartache because although they may not have been ready for commitment or they may not have been ready for what you were ready for, they do love you. Okay, so that part has not changed yet throughout the reading. Okay, we have the Empress. Yeah, so they see it as, okay, this is somebody that's my divine feminine, divine counterpart that I'm supposed to have in my life in some way, shape, form, or fashion. This is why they try to strategize ways to stay in your life, or, you know, come up with ways, scheme and plotting. That's not working in their favor though. The Tower. Spirit told them that's not the right way to do it. If you want this person to be in your life, there's a way to go about it, and that's not it. So them moving like that has caused the space and distance. This Emperor is well aware of this, you know, because they keep their eye on you. And they're like, okay, Ten of Swords, this was an abrupt ending. This was something that when you realized, okay, this is how this person is moving and nothing has changed, you just woke up one day and that was it. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, that's it. This is how I feel today. And moving forward, these are the decisions I will make because of how I feel today. So that's the Queen of Swords energy, you know? Speak up. I'm expressing my needs. I'm defending myself. That's it. Okay, so... yeah. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You're focused on work or working on self. Queen of Cups, your heart is still open. You're still a lover. You're still very nurturing, passionate, compassionate. All right, very understanding and gracious, graceful, right? She is a psychic, very intuitive. So you're trusting your intuition. If my intuition is telling me that whether you love me or not, this is a lesson to be learned because I'm not meant to live in the dark, then that's just what it is. Okay, the Chariot. So again with the motorcycle moving forward. All right, like I'm just going to press forward. Ten of Swords, abrupt ending. Okay. Oh, all right. So we have the Knight of Wands. Person is coming in towards you. That's the thing. It's a lot of passion. It's a lot of desire. What else? You know, so the Ten of Swords, there is love, but that's not what you're getting from them. The King of Cups was here, but did it come out? It didn't come out yet, you know, so we ain't gonna say it's not gonna come out. But I see the Knight of Wands, which is passion, desire, things like that, sexual adventures. All right, so the person is ready to, again, you know, slide up in you, but are they ready to commit to you, you know? So Judgment, the High Priestess, wake up call, intuition. This is what it's telling me. My higher self is telling me this is not it. We're not on the same page, okay? We're not on the same page. All right. And to try to treat the Empress as cold mashed potatoes is crazy. All right. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's time to shift forward. All right. So when you're looking at it like it's a karmic lesson, I learned it. Cool. Because this person could also be someone that's just willing to win by any means necessary. So if they want you, they'll do whatever it takes to get you. But are you willing to do whatever it takes to keep this Empress, or are you just wasting her time? Because that, my dear, is called a distraction. All right. You have things you are working on, things you are doing, life purpose, life mission. You don't have any time for a distraction. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's an insult. So we have the Sun card. Yeah, you're connected to source energy. It's an insult. Okay, it's an insult to your purpose. It's an insult to everything that you are as the Empress. For somebody to come in and try to grab your attention just to not want nothing from you. I just wanted you to look at me. Like, what? If you don't move and go to your auntie's house, your mother's house, somebody's house, you know, Judgment is our discernment. Wake up call, again, reality check. The Sun, all right, has shown the truth to you. Has revealed the truth, the Tower. So this person, they're being shown in what way they need to change. You know, this is not it. All right. Eight of Swords is being stuck in one's mind, trapped in one's mind. So maybe they feel like they can't change. It's not that you can't change. You just feel like you don't know how. Well, the first thing to do is take one step. Do something different. If you're always lying, how about stop? You know what I mean? If you're always cheating, how about don't? You know, like whatever it is that you always doing, how about not do that? Let's start with that. You know, and it's not that easy. It is that easy. The same way you can just go and do it, stop doing it. And it's like, how much do you love yourself? You know, think about it that way. If you feel like, okay, this is me really causing destruction in my own life, sabotaging things that are meant to be great for me, then yeah, you need to go ahead and say, okay, I love myself. I need to do something about this. How much do I love myself, you know? Because to keep on doing something that I know is not helping me or not helpful for me is crazy. All right, so let us see the Lovers and the Death card. The Lovers and the Death card. We have the Hierophant. Oh, wow. So the Hierophant is about commitment, shared values, common interests, goals, things like that. They're watching you, and as they watch you, this is what they feel. And you know it's crazy because this comes up in all of our readings. They sit back, they watch you, you know what they see? Wife, spouse, life partner. They don't see friend, ex, someone I used to know. That's not what they see, okay? So, I don't know how you feel about that, you know. So this person has shown you negative things, but that's how we see they feel, okay? It keeps coming out like that. So we have the Five of Wands. They could also be talking to somebody now about it, you know, because of what happened between the two of you. They're talking to someone and seeking guidance. You know, I don't know what to do because now they feel fixated on you ever since everything took place. You know, this all went down this way. This is now how I feel. Now I have to use another deck. I wasn't putting on it, but I'm going to. You know, this is now how I feel, because I feel like Five of Wands, you know, I may have allowed things to intervene with the progression of something that could have led up to Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, which you saw the Ten of Cups earlier. So moving forward, how do I not stand in my own way, you know, when I meet someone like this? Because the reality is, a lot of you may not give this person another chance. So they could just go to someone and say, in the event that I come across another person of this, you know, status, you know, how do I not mess it up? Because this is what I did with this one. You know, this is how I did this, and this just was not it. Okay, let me tell you how I'm feeling right now. Three of Swords. Because Two of Cups is like perfect match, perfect mate. So here I am after the fact realizing, oh, this could have actually been, or something I feel like is. But if you felt like that, would you not have noticed that during? You know, is where the Queen of Swords would come from. Because Queen of Swords is very matter of fact, no nonsense. So that's why they feel like, dang, you being kind of cold. But is it cold, or is it just like matter of fact? All right, so all right, we have the King of Cups. Yeah, King of Cups, because they love you. Deep love here. Okay, it finally came out. They're like, it's not just sex. It's not just lust. It's not just, okay, well, you didn't show this feminine that. There were a lot of delays with the Three of Wands. We had a King of Swords. So someone could be helping them with this situation and be like, well, if this is what you did, this is what you need to do. You need to come to them serious, truthful, honest, direct, you know. No nonsense. Yep, Seven of Swords. Because, see, you were deceptive. You played a lot of games. You could have been juggling connections. All right, more on the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. You kept this person waiting. All right, so in the event they say, you know what? Nah, then you can't be mad. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Slow it down. Stop trying to have sex with them every time you speak to them, every time you see them, you know. Build more of the emotional intimacy and connection. Things like that could be what's here. For some of you, that was very specific. We have the Three of Pentacles. It could also be let them know that there's more security here, that there's a plan. It's not just sex. It's not just casual. You know? We have the Moon and the Devil. Yeah, because you hid karmic connection, or you hid this because of karmic, or you just have ways about you that you're not ready to change, or ways about you that have caused this connection to be the way that it is, whichever way it goes. All right, the Nine of Swords, mental anxiety, mental anguish. Anguish, anguish, anguish. We have the Five of Cups, okay? The grief, the sadness, the remorse for not having put in more, not having given more. Had something be one-sided, okay? The Chariot. Seeing you progressing, moving on is really hurting this person, really affecting them to their core. The Two of Wands, all right, again. So we have the Lovers and the Two of Wands, like I said, having a major decision to make. The Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I feel like somebody's going to rush in here, this masculine energy, to speak their truth. All right, again, in the very near future, something that was initially delayed, they're coming in. It's like you trusted the signs that you should fall back. Now they're trusting the signs that they should come towards you and speak their truth, even if you never give them another chance, just to kind of clear the air, with the Tower being the final card. You know, like, I don't want to end this, what was great or what could have been great, on a bad note, you know, something like that. Ace of Swords. Yeah, let's clear the air. Okay, let's clear the smoke. All right, if anything, let me speak my truth. And, you know, best outcome, we be together. Worst outcome, I spoke my truth and we don't have no bad blood. All right, underlying energy, King of Pentacles. They want to be someone you could depend on, someone you can trust. Knight of Cups, but they are still going to be affectionate, you see, because the memories that they have, there's a lot of loving memories, and there is a past life connection between you and this person. But you are over it, because you feel like every time they come in with the same old, it's just that, the same old, nothing changes. All right, one second. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, toxic love. Again, we saw 2 times now. This person could have just been used to toxic love. The Devil shows that. Love affair, toxic love. There was a third party here, okay, that they were in a toxic situation with. So they tried to keep this on the low, but this was the actual healthy thing. That's why they tried to live the double life. But this was the healthy thing, though. So you chose the toxic thing over the healthy thing. Now you're hurting and sad. Yeah, soul contract. That's twice. It's definitely a soul contract between you and this person. All right, so let us see. Thank you, spirits. Messages. All right, yeah, double life. Living a lie, secret affair, hidden truths, emotional betrayal. So some of you feel like that. You feel like you experienced emotional betrayal from this person. So like betrayal trauma. Okay, that's what you had to heal from. All right, so now you look at this person completely different. You could have been like madly in love with them and they knew it. But it's just like, okay, they just kept doing it. Kept doing it. Whatever they were doing. Okay. All right, opposites attract. We have bad boy, different beliefs, insane attraction, balance each other out. All right, so they could be a bad boy, you a bad girl, put yourself whichever side you go. But the two of you are like opposites that attract, okay? Could be because of your belief systems or something, but you are insanely attracted to each other. Okay. Spotlight. Okay. Popular platform. Narcissist loves attention. Okay. So again, something about you speaking up, you speaking out. Person could be saying, oh, you this narcissist, they use this, that, and the third. No, a person cannot tell you how to heal. A person cannot tell you how to feel. You were hurt. You were betrayed emotionally by someone that you were in love with, by someone that's in love with you. It keeps coming out that way. But because they had no courage to leave a toxic situation, they leaked that toxicity into a healthy situation and now are mad at you for how you choose to express yourself or how you choose to go about your healing. They don't get to do that. So go ahead, speak out, speak up, do whatever you feel, you know. But I also feel like this person could be used to getting a lot of attention because we did see that, you know, a lot of karmic energy, things like that. All right. But I'm feeling more so the first and the second because somebody is speaking up and speaking their truth. All right. We have vibes in sync. Energy match, same page, flow together. Didn't I say that with the Two of Cups? It's like this is a perfect match, energy match. So whoever they're talking to, it's like now they're speaking their truth, but they're speaking it to this person that they're talking to. They're not speaking it to you, okay, as of yet. A lot of that, see, hiding their true feelings. A lot of that is because you're in this Queen of Swords energy, and that's what a person said, okay, well, if they're in their Queen of Swords energy, no nonsense, matter of fact, you need to come to them, no nonsense, matter of fact. You need to match that energy. Yeah, energy match. You know, I feel like right now this person may be envious of whoever they think you're around or whoever they think you're being intimate with. But a lot of you aren't being intimate with anybody, aren't around anybody but yourself. You have secretive. They may feel like you're just hiding it. Okay. Sneaky, dishonest, mysterious, hiding information. You're very mysterious right now. That's why they can't read you like they typically can. Okay. Real love, real deal. Yeah, this is a real, true bond between you and this person. That's why it hurt the way that it did. Or that's why it hurt the way that it does. Take it however it applies. We have desire. Yeah, still desiring you. That's why even though karmic situation, toxic situation existed, it was like, doo-doo, doo-doo. Still gonna creep off to my feminine, you know, kind of thing. They may please themselves to the thought of you because we have self-pleasure here. Sexual thoughts about you. Yeah, so that's something they may do. All right, because they feel like you're ignoring them. You're doing a lot of things to keep yourself busy. Right now, it kind of feels like the two of you have experienced a breakup. So that tells me they looked at it as the two of you were together. But like I said, it's like y'all will be together for like months at a time, weeks at a time. You know, everything's great. Now, I know we're whoop. And it could be because, you know, when they were off with karmic, y'all was on. And when he was on with karmic, y'all were off or something like that. You're like, okay, enough with this. You know, I have a clear mind, a clear heart. I'm good. Okay. Yeah, high value. I have a clear mind, clear heart. I'm good. I know my value. I'm the Empress, right? Self-worth, will not settle. Beautiful, sexy, abundant, confident. I know who I am. All right. But they want to resolve this conflict with you because they know who you are too. Some of you are like, deuces, I'm good. Okay, others of you, you know, may still be open to it. We have love affair. You see there? So if they still coming with the same energy, they may as well not even. We have controversy, drama, scandal, disbelief, hidden things revealed. All right, so third party may know about you. Let's say that. Okay. Third party may certainly know about you. Yeah, because they want to resolve this conflict with you. Work together as a team. You got teamwork love here. Compromising, making amends, rebuilding trust, positive outcome, breakup, distance, ignoring, keeping busy. You giving me the cold shoulder. Please stop. Okay. Please stop giving me the cold shoulder. All right. We can get through this together. We got this. All right. They're calling you from fake numbers. They like, this is a forever kind of love. Yeah. See that ring? We keep seeing rings. What do I tell you? The Hierophant. This is what they want. And they're going to be envious of anybody else that they think you're with. Even if you're not with nobody. For some of you, you may be. You could have moved on. You said, no, you hurt me too many times. I'm done. That's it. You know, even though a lot of you were like in the midst of moving on to, this is still who it is. So you was like, okay, one more chance, one more try. And he did it again. You said, oh, that's it. Damn it. That's it. All right. I have a clear mind, clear heart. Leave me alone. All right. But they don't want to leave you alone. They don't want to. So, you know, and I'm just here to do reading. So, you know, we got love that lasts. Timeless, real, deep affection. Trust the signs, all right? All of them. Trust the signs. Follow your intuition. Do what your intuition and higher self are telling you to do. There could be a very specific reason for that if you catch my drift. You know, you stay still, you teach them nothing. Because it's like, do you value yourself? You know, and you clearly do. You only gave this person the chances you gave them because of the amount of love or the depth of love that you have for them. They took advantage of that. Okay, no more love for you. Okay, not as in it doesn't exist, but no more access to that love until or unless you ever become ready for it. If not, well, then it's not for you. You know, that's how you're looking at it. You want a love that lasts. Nothing temporary, nothing short term. All right, you're like, I want something that's for life, not for the season. Okay, yeah, we have make it rain. So that's where your focus is. Make it rain, make it rain. That's what you're saying to the universe. Universe, like, I'ma make it rain. I'ma make it rain. We're just dancing for the universe. All right, it says blessings, entrepreneurship, manifesting abundance, legal matters in your favor, windfall or promotion. Yep. It's like, this is what you're focused on, feminine. You're winning. You're winning in life. And you're like, if it comes to love or when it comes to love, if me and the person that I'm with can't win together, get from around me. Because I'm not taking no L's because of the person that I decided to be with. Okay? Nah, we're not doing that. So, okay, so yeah, you went no contact, block, separation, disagreement, silent treatment. For some of you, again, the person is not literally blocked, but you are not speaking. So that is a silent treatment, cold shoulder kind of thing. All right. Let's see. The universe is making it rain on you right now, as it should. Whew. I feel like right now, feminine, you're in this space where you're turning a lot of non-believers into believers. A lot of people are trying to bite your style. I'm getting something about eavesdropping, so just be mindful of that. Oh, as soon as I say that, this door is cracked open. All right, so something about eavesdropping. All right. You know, you're light. It attracts a lot of things, a lot of people. All right, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, messages for feminine. Make peace with the past. You don't have to rewrite the story. Just stop fighting the chapter. Peace begins with acceptance. There you go. There you go. Okay. The whole part. The whole part. Y'all unattractive. I had to hide his face. All right. Clear negative energy. Negative energy keeps you stuck. Clear it and create space for the positive flow of life. Okay. Some of you may be dusting your pictures and things like that in your home. Could also be cleaning your windows. Another thing that comes to mind. I always say clear mind, clear heart. Like you're just in a clear space. It's because you're clearing out that negative energy. Okay. We have honor your growth. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Honor where you are right now and celebrate your progress. Wisdom, understanding, fear. So it's like you went from fear to understanding to wisdom. You've grown. Okay? You've grown a lot. All right, so they went from fear. I feel like right now they're in a level of understanding. You know, soon come they'll reach that level if they continue to make the progress on their own personal journey. But that has nothing to do with what you want to do with them in this situation. Just for those of you that care, you know. All right, we have face control issues. Trying to control others only limits your own freedom. Let go of the need for control and trust in the flow, okay? Yep. So some of you felt like you were holding on too tightly, and that could have been you trying to control the way that the narrative was going to be, you know, the narrative of the situation, the way that everything was going to play out. You said, nah, I don't have to rewrite the story. I'm just going to stop fighting in the chapter, stop trying to force things. I'm going to get an energy of flow. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. You know, and that may be why the person like, oh, you're a narcissist, you don't care. No, it's not that I don't care. I care very much and I care very deeply. The thing is, not everybody deserves access to that level of care. That's what this person has taught you. That's the lesson that you've learned from them. Okay? So align with your higher path. It says the more you align with your soul's truth, the less resistance you'll face. Flow with purpose, not pressure. You see? Underline the energy. See, the very first word I saw is clarity. What we was talking about. Clarity of mind, clarity of heart. Yes. All right. So it says clarity, joy, peace, love, cliff. What I see here, you're letting go of fear, doubt, guilt, things like that. All right. It says elevate your energy. Your energy determines your reality. Lift your vibrations and watch your world shift. All right. So your world is shifting right now for the better. We have change your fate. And do you see that big old book? So it's like, remember that book that I put, and I was like, she always gets everything that she wants. Or what about that other thing that I put with a book that said your new chapter begins now? And I said, and the thing is, it can look however you want it to. Whatever you want it to look like, that's what this looks like to me. Right? It says your story isn't fixed. It's unfolding with every choice you make. Claim your power and write a new ending. Ashe, blessed be, and it is so. All right, amen. So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. By the way, for all of you who keep seeing it, I just saw it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Information as to where you can book personal readings with me, purchase any of my merchandise, decks, etc. can be found in the description box beneath this video. Peace and hair grease.